Hello and welcome to George Analyzes Things, the show where I'm George and I analyze things. Well, after the complete donkey dick that was Marvin Forgets to Hang Up, I'm finally ready to step up to the plate again and swing my big ol' bat all over another video. And that, of course, is, drumroll please, Jeffy's Colored Pencils. First things first, we got a pretty decent thumbnail, which features some nice rainbow text and a rainbow background. For that, I'll start off with 13 George points. As a straight ally, it's always nice to see good LGBT representation in SML, and not Timmy and Cody sucking the shit out of hot dogs for 10 minutes. So this thumbnail was pretty refreshing. We begin with Jeffy drawing a photo of Booger Bob and Squidtard. I have so many questions. You know what? I'm going to just go ahead and remove 6 George points because of more gross out. Logan, please, for the love of God, do not become Viacom. I'm begging you. So Marvin seems pretty confused about this eyesore of a damn drawing, which leads to Rose telling him to not stifle Jeffy's creativity. I don't know what stifle means, so, bloop. There goes 9 George points. And Jesus fucking Christ, I really don't understand this bitch's obsession with saying Jeffy's just being creative. I swear, Jeffy could burn down the entire neighborhood with lighter fluid, and she'd say, "Oh, Marvin, he's just being creative. He's expressing himself. Just let him do it." Like, shut the fuck up, you woman! Like, what the fuck is your issue, Rose? God damn. After this, Marvin understandably tells Jeffy to draw something not gross, which is honestly valid, so I'll put 7 more George points on the map. Rose says Jeffy should draw a butterfly, which is really confusing because I don't know when the hell Rose has ever gave a damn about some fucking butterflies. I thought this bitch liked stars. But quite frankly, I don't miss that either, since back then, her annoying bitch meter was turned up to the highest setting imaginable. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Rose has never brought up liking some damn butterflies before in any video, so I am really perplexed, and I'ma remove 10 George points. Because I hate butterflies. God damn, I got beef with them lil hoes. Always flying around and shit. They ain't even made of butter. When I was a kid and I first heard of butterflies, I thought they would just be sticks of butter with some wings taped on them bitches. But, I digress. Jeffy shows a gray pencil to Marvin, announcing that he will put it in his stink hole. Marvin tells Jeffy not to do anything involving stink holes. Damn. I want to do stuff with Rachel's stink hole. No! Stay focused! Snap out of it, George! Horny time later. Gotta finish this review. To the surprise of absolutely no one, Rose tells Marvin she's hungry, to which Marvin responds, "Hi, hungry. I'm Marvin." This got quite the giggle out of me, so that brings in an additional 12 George points. But of course, Rose says this isn't funny, which actually pissed me the fuck off, so that will deduct 27 George points. Rose, you're a woman. What the fuck do you know about comedy? Yeah, jack shit. So know your place, woman, before I slap the dog out you. Marvin and Rose both decide they want some pizza. When the camera pans over to Jeffy, who has now become the depressed Jeffy puppet seen in Jeffy Gets Help, Ghost Jeffy, and that sexy-ass vlog Chili did, 12 George points added for being reminded of how fucking hot Chili is. Even though this is just Logan being lazy as usual and reusing the same bit from Jeffy Gets Help, but the Chili thing cancels it out, and no further George points will be deducted for this scene. So Marvin and Rose decide to call Dr. Brooklyn Guy, who's also the pizza man, since Jeffy is so damn depressed. So Brookie shows up and explains to Marvin that he was in the middle of open heart surgery before going to Marvin's house, so he had to tell the nurse to keep pumping up the guy's heart. He suddenly bursts into the song Pump Up the Jam, akin to Jeffy's energy drink. Pretty good callback, so there's 5 George points. He also sings that infamous Baby Back Ribs song again, which is always a W, so here's 9 more George points. Marvin talks about how Jeffy is depressed, and that he needs Brooklyn Guy to try to help him. Brooklyn Guy says he will deal with this as long as Marvin gives him pizza. So Marvin accepts the offer, and then starts rubbing the pizza, kissing it, and spanking it. Yeah, my brother getting his freak on. We return to that god-awful red couch where Brooklyn Guy opens a box of cheese sticks, saying they smell like feet, which makes him want them. Honestly, that's some real shit, so I'll give us 10 George points for that. Marvin tells Brooklyn to look at Jeffy, so then he takes a comical look at him and states that he has saw Jeffy before. Marvin tells him again that Jeffy is very sad. Marvin notices another drawing Jeffy made of him being sad while holding a balloon. Marvin points out that said balloon is not fully colored in, which I can't tell if this was part of the bit or if Elena just got too lazy and gave up on coloring it in. Wouldn't be surprised with her fat ass. Marvin tries to get Brooklyn Guy to help Jeffy stop being depressed, when he notices that Jeffy has a gray pencil in his nose as opposed to his usual yellow one. He tells Brooklyn Guy he has a theory that since Jeffy has a gray pencil, that's why he has been acting sad and had changed colors. But Brooklyn Guy gets too distracted with the cheese sticks and tells Marvin that he's being crazy. After this, he tries to see how many cheese sticks he can fit in his mouth at once. Man, I bet Rose plays that game all the time. Except not with cheese sticks, if you know what I mean. Well, maybe with cheese sticks too, since she's a fucking fat ass, so it's very likely. Real quick, speaking of Rose, she didn't say a damn word in this scene, which will result in 20 more George points. We quickly find out that Marvin's prediction was right, since upon taking out the gray pencil, Jeffy is suddenly back to normal. For some reason, Brooklyn Guy starts going on about his fat fuck of an ex-wife, Deborah, who's almost as obese as Rose. Unfortunately, she does talk again, asking Brooklyn Guy why Deborah doesn't take Ozempic. Yeah, you're one to talk, Rose. Why don't you take some fucking Ozempic? Meanwhile, Jeffy puts in a red pencil when Marvin realizes this means he'll become angry. So angry Jeffy emerges, and of fucking course, it's also the same bit, copy and pasted from Jeffy Gets Help, except in that video, Jeffy didn't have 2 sets of eyebrows. Like, come the fuck on, Elena. You're telling me you couldn't fix that shit? Thought you were supposed to be one of those weird-ass artsy hoes who can sew and color and paint and all that extra-ass shit. Them bitches pay attention to detail to this shit. Also, the thumbnail shows Jeffy turning different colors. Like, why the fuck couldn't you find another Jeffy puppet and make him red? Like, when Jeffy put in the gray pencil, he turned gray, cause Scrumpy took the time to make him a different color since he ain't a fucking overweight, unproductive, lazy, chopped mid blonde woman with a nails on a chalkboard fucking voice. Maybe it's best that she ain't artsy like that anymore. Us men need to have all the talent. Not like Elena has any talent in the first place. All women are good for is cooking and cleaning. Oh yeah, they're good for giving us some sucky time too. But who the hell would want Elena, of all people, to do that? She is not all that. I genuinely can't believe there's people out there that actually want to hit that shit. So like I was saying, the angry Jeffy bit. Yeah, it had quite a bit of Marvin torture, which was just excruciating to watch, on top of being nearly identical to Jeffy Gets Help. So that sounds like a loss of 5 George points. Speaking of rehash, Jeffy now inserts a black pencil and does the same gag from Jeffy's brain, so that sounds like a removal of 12 George points. After this, he has a pink pencil in and acts like a gay stereotype. Wait, shouldn't that be a rainbow pencil? It doesn't fucking matter. Nothing in this scene makes sense. Jeffy is already gay. He literally has a genie that gives him blumpkins. So why the fuck is he mocking gay people if he is gay? The Gay BC's book also makes a comeback, and he still doesn't take it seriously, which is yet another rehash, this time with Brooklyn Guy's stolen joke. Damn, a stolen joke from a video about a stolen joke? Logan has gotten this lazy, I can't fucking believe it. Nah, who am I kidding? It's Logan, for fuck's sake. Also, why does Rose look so terrified of Jeffy mocking gay people? She's been confirmed as homophobic and transphobic quite a few times before.
All I did was spank him!
Well, you didn't have to be a faggot.
Alright, Dane, now you look all pretty.
Marvin, you look terrible.
Okay, I don't look that bad.
It's pretty bad.
Do it.
Marvin, keep it down. I'm trying to read my book.
Hey there, somebody call a doctor?
Yes, doctor, fix my husband. He's broken.
My daddy's got his wiener in his butt.
Hey there, beautiful, what's your name?
Oh, dear God.
Well, I haven't chose my woman name yet.
Wait, what?
That's Marvin, my husband. He's dressed like a woman.
Hey, don't judge, that's normal now.
I swear, she's such a fat, fucking homophobic, transphobic bitch. Anyways, I'm now deducting a whopping 23 George points since everything about this segment is just awful. The rehash, the overused gay stereotypes, Rose's being a hypocrite, the pencil color, all of that shit. Seriously, why is it a pink pencil? Shouldn't he be imitating a girl in that case? A rainbow pencil would be the most logical option that would turn him gay. The next thing Jeffy becomes is drawing Jeffy. Big shout out to the goat Barnacle for making the new drawing Jeffy, by the way. You ain't shit, Elena. You ain't shit. Don't play with my motherfucking dogs. They do this shit better than you. My boys out here stealing your job. They do this shit much better than you can. I'ma just keep it a stack. Anyways, like I was saying, Jeffy has now morphed into drawing Jeffy, and now... Wait a second. Jeffy and drawing Jeffy are two different characters. Why did Jeffy just randomly become him? Did Logan forget that they're completely different people? Meh, I ain't gonna nitpick. Let me chill. Marvin removes the pencil again, so Jeffy goes back to just normal Jeffy, I guess, and says that he went full tard. Nah, full tard would be turning into Rose, not drawing Jeffy. This bitch Rose makes drawing Jeffy look like Albert fucking Einstein. Jeffy soon reveals that the different pencils never changed him. It was really just him being a shithead as usual. We will now dump out 14 George points. Since now that we know this is basically just a waste of a video. Now we get to the SML question, which is, what is your favorite color? Mine is obviously green, which is the opposite of red, which is my least favorite color. Since red is the color of periods, and usually whenever I'm trying to fuck a bitch and she's on her period, she doesn't let me pipe. I try to tell him when the red river's flowing, I can always take the dirt road home, but them bitches never listen. So yeah, that's why my favorite color's green. So now that that's out of the way, we can get to my final thoughts. Well, this video was rehash central. Jeffy gets help. Jeffy's brain. Brooklyn guy's stolen joke. Whatever video it is, it's a complete fucking rehash of it. There isn't one original thought in this whole video. And the ending just completely made this video so goddamn pointless. Not to mention the several continuity errors. Logan, was there any effort in this video? Like anything that even slightly resembles fucking effort? I highly doubt it. You know what? I'm going to bed. I've had enough modern SML for the day. I'm tired, man. As always, this is George saying, take care. Roo!